All right, in this tutorial, we're going to show you how to create a podcast and make you the center of it. So start by opening up the Jessica podcast template that I linked in the video. If you scroll down on the settings for Jessica podcast, you'll see Jessica and two other bots, plus yourself. In this conversation, you can specify these settings. It defaults to normal length. It depends on whether or not you want your supplementary characters to have quick replies or really engage with you in the conversation. So, depending on the style you're looking for, you pick one of these. If you need anything more advanced, then you click on the character and you can modify them. Any bot based on the character template will work, and the bio for the character is quite important, right? So you may want to, in different podcasts, change out the characters or change out the bios for the characters that you use. All right, Jessica, you don't need to fill in the topic here. It'll do that when you start the conversation. All right, so once you've gotten some characters that you like and you're ready to go, you hit start video. Now, it's important during this step that you go over here and make sure that you have record video enabled. This will generate a WebM file for you at the end of it. That file isn't saved to some server. You need to download that file when the video recording is over or it's gone. All right. I recommend for generating the best quality content to start with your mic disabled and use the press to talk only when you want to communicate with it. Only at that time will your mic be recorded. Everything else that you say outside of press to talk won't go into the recording and won't go into the bot. All right, so we will hit start call now. When the call starts, you can see the record icon here, encouraging. You can see it listing out what today's topic is. So this is auto-generated based on the topics that you specified. It will go and search the news for the last 24 hours. And if that one's good, just use it. If it's not, then you need to go here and just type in whatever you want the topic to be, right? So let's just say,
Butterflies cause tornadoes.
so you can see now today's topic has changed. Now it will stay in this mode. You can keep changing the topic. The podcast won't actually begin, right? So it's going to be in this mode forever. But at this whole time it's recording it, so you'll probably need to edit this part out. All right, start podcast.
Hello, I'm Jessica, and welcome to the Jessica Podcast. I'd like to start by thanking today's sponsor, Sociabully, for all of your AI needs. Our topic for today is the intersection of technology and misinformation, specifically the idea that butterflies cause tornadoes, a notion that's gained some traction online. Joining me to explore this concept and its implications is Justin Mann.
So in any video call, if you click on the person, that person will no longer talk. The recording will also get skipped for it. So only do that if you're going to cut that part out because it just wasn't interesting. All right. Oh, another important detail. If you want to change in the video recording which content has focus, which one is the big one, you click and hold it. So now in the recording, this is going to be the big one. Then it'll go side by side with two big ones. Oh, I'll remove Susan. Oh, let me bring in Frank. So you can choose to do that. I honestly think for most characters, they're good in a supplementary role. So I would just take your video, make it the primary one, and record it like that. All right. The Jessica moderator will automatically understand based on the bio of the other characters whether or not it should engage them. But if you want to call on them specifically, just reference their name. You're like, Susan, what do you think? Right? And then
Susan, what do you think?
Jessica's going to realize that you're calling out Susan, and then she'll make sure to pull her into the conversation as well. And you can see here, this
Susan,
is,
before you respond,
I'll just turn that off. You can see that the AI is computing how important it
Susan,
is
thanks, Jessica.
for different people to reply from a score of 0 to 10, anything over 5, and it's going to talk to them. This is an LLM prompt in itself. And you can see this is the message it sends to Susan to tell her to reply. All right, so we're happy with the answers. Every conversation went great. Now you hit in podcast.
Justin Mann. That's a great point, Susan, and I appreciate your candor.
All right, so at that point, everything's done. To get your video recording out, hit leave.
Traction online.
All right, so you can see it changing the size here, working. So exciting. All right, now remember, hit download. Hit download. Otherwise, you will lose your content. All right. After you download it, you can hit X. Poof, it is gone. It automatically generates an article for you with the content. So you can share out the link to this, or you can click on the edit page, copy the content out, and post it on Medium or whatever. All right. Enjoy.